This video will explain about how you can send data into a function. For example, let's say you have two variables, x with the initial value of 8 and then y with the initial value of 3. And then you want to send these variables to a function to be processed. In this case, this function is going to just sum the two numbers. For example, sum two numbers. Okay, now because you want to send these two variables to that function, for example, sum two numbers, you want to pass two variables to that function. These are called arguments. Okay, so you are sending two arguments to the function. Now the function itself, in the function header, because you should receive two arguments, you need to have two parameters. In this case, you need to declare two parameters here, okay, to match this. Okay, and in this function, it's just going to simply output the sum is a plus b. Okay, and the function does not return anything. Okay, and when you run the program, you will see that the function is giving this result. Okay, so what's happening here is that when you run the program, it's going to declare two variables, and then the two variables will be passed to this function. Okay, and this function, these two variables are called arguments, because whatever inside here, we call it argument. Okay, and you pass it to the function. These two are called parameters. Okay, function parameters. Function parameters can have no parameter, one parameter, or multiple parameters. Okay, and the way you send the variable, okay, when you send the variables, in this case both variables are integers, which is fine. Okay, but if you send the variables in a combination of different data type, then the order, okay, the order of these variables with the data type must be the same. Okay, and this function doesn't have a prototype. So what if you put this function here? Okay, now if you remember from another lesson about prototype, when you have a function and when you call a function before it is being defined, the compiler will give you an error message saying that it does know what is sum two numbers. What is that? What is this variable or function? It doesn't know what is this. So you need to let the compiler know that there is a function somewhere in this program with this signature. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to copy the function header and put it at the top. As a function prototype, you must put semicolon, and because it is a function prototype, okay, so what differs from function prototype? Okay, so this is function prototype, this is function header, and this is the whole thing here is the function definition. Okay, this is the function body. Okay, now because you have the prototype, the prototype only requires you to have the data type for each parameter. Okay, so you don't, it doesn't have to be the declaration of the parameter like this, but in function header you must have the declaration of each parameter, full declaration of each parameter including the data type. But here you don't need the full declaration, you just need to put the data type. Okay,